The Snap-pocalypse is here. One of the biggest mistakes the Democrats made with the shutdown was that it revealed just how massively bloated and rife with fraud this country's food stamps and SNAP program is. Obviously, I have strong feelings about the types of food that qualify for SNAP. In particular, obviously, mostly junk food, highly processed food. It's why 2/3 of the people who are making videos about SNAP are morbidly obese. But I also strongly believe that there are people out there who actually genuinely need a little bit of help once in a while. People who are physically disabled, people who are between jobs, people who are below the poverty line. I don't have a problem with these people getting a little bit of help. Look, I mean, there I am. I'm a lib, right? I don't have a problem with the idea or the theory of these social programs. What I have a problem with is the waste, fraud, and abuse, something that we used to talk about when Doge was an issue, but when Doge was, happening. I guess it's still happening, but nobody's talking about it. Well, the SNAP fraudsters just got horrible news, and I'm absolutely happy to bring it to you. By the way, shout out everyone who is pre-ordering their Christmas bundles from coffeebrandcoffee.com. Link in the description. We have a Kona bundle that if you have a coffee head in your life, they're going to love this. We have our holiday gift box. We also have our advent calendar, new and improved, with double the product that the last one had at the same price, but I'm only making 500 of each. So you have to I highly recommend pre-ordering it now. They're shipping in December, and I hope you get yours. Massive news. It's now been confirmed that everybody on SNAP will now be forced to reapply to the program after massive fraud was revealed. 186,000 dead people, hundreds of thousands of double dippers. This shouldn't be controversial. If you need it and you're a citizen, simply reapply and you'll get it. Look, I'm fine with them even funding SNAP for November, right? They obviously, if they have 42 million applications that they have to process, it's probably going to take a little bit of time. You're going to have to stagger. You're going to have to reach out to all these SNAP people and say, hey, your SNAP will be turned off in 90 days unless you reapply, and then, give yourself time to go through these. I strongly believe, extremely strongly believe, that you're probably going to be down to somewhere around 15 to 20 million people who legitimately need SNAP. And then we can talk about, hey, can they get a rotisserie chicken to feed their family, something actually healthy, instead of forcing them to buy frozen, highly processed garbage? It's one thing to give people some help during their time of need. It's another thing to allow them to create health problems for themselves down the road that we will also have to pay for. But look at this.
Now says that everyone who's on SNAP is going to have to reapply. Now, this happened, of course, when the government shut down and there was, the SNAP benefits were not getting out to the people.
For 42 million Americans.
For 42 million. Well, we thought Americans.
Inside the country.
People is probably the better. Yep.
Now, I don't know how many illegals are on SNAP, but I gotta think it's millions. It's in the millions, low single digits, but it's in the millions. We know the way that the Biden administration was just handing this stuff out. The number of people on SNAP went up by something like 17 million during the Biden era, which was also the COOF and lockdown era. So lots of people lost their jobs. Lots of people actually needed SNAP during that period of time. So I'm not going to, discount that. But certainly you would think they should be off SNAP by now, a large portion of them. But the number just keeps growing, not getting smaller.
People. And so Brooke Rollins, we had her on and we had a great conversation with her where she said, hey, listen, this whole SNAP benefits conversation around the shutdown has sort of pulled the curtain back, and people are seeing how many people are on SNAP that aren't actually citizens, and they're going to have to reapply. What do you make of this? I think it's very popular, especially if you go online and look at what people think. I think it's a popular initiative to say these benefits are for Americans. Is she going to be able to accomplish this? Is she going to have some legal challenges to it? What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm sure. You know, everything that comes from the Trump administration, I just track it and see how long it takes for it to land at the Supreme Court. So there are going to be legal challenges. But the thing is, most of the...
Yeah, I'm going to guess that the SNAP reform probably, hopefully gets put into action by the end of next year. You can't just rip these things away from 42 million people. I would be fine with it if there were a way to know that there's several million people who actually need it that could still get it. So there will be a process, but this is absolutely great. This should have been one of the first things DOJ worked on.
These programs with SNAP are administered by the states, and a lot of the states do have verification programs where people have to update every 3 to 6.
Yeah, but 26 states, more than half of the states in this country, refused an audit. And I think that we should start there. Like, their SNAP funding should be immediately removed.
Months or, really established that they got some kind of need. But maybe she's proposing something at the federal level that would then have a federal component for, applying and proving that you actually need this. Because I think all of us are compassionate Americans. Like, we want our fellow Americans to get help when they need it. And we've all known people, if not our own families, that have walked through these periods of needing this kind of help. But Secretary Rollins also said that she found there were 186,000 checks or SNAP benefits going out to people who were dead. So if that's accurate.
186,000. I don't know what the average, let's look. Average amount of SNAP per month. Let's see what that is. Approximately $187 per person, with a household receiving $356. So, that's actually a lot less than I thought. I think SNAP and EBT are different. If I go to how much EBT, let's see this. Oh, they say the same. About $187 per person. The average SNAP benefit per household. More people got more money. Your specific EBT amount is determined by your household circumstances. There is no single average that applies to everyone. Okay, so it's hard to really know. So it's hard to know, but I'm assuming there's lots of people in the thousands. So if you're talking about 200,000 times 1,000, that's a lot. And I think we could probably start with people that do this. Like, American on SNAP says she gets so much money, she has money left over every month, the last couple of months in a row. She laughs on camera telling taxpayers that they can't tell her what to spend her EBT on. She then goes to Walmart and orders a custom Sonic cake with leftover money because she can. You shouldn't be able to order a Sonic cake on EBT.
I am a SNAP benefits receiver, and some of y'all on here like to think that you can tell me what I'm allowed to spend my SNAP benefits on. No.
No, we can't tell you, but we can say that we believe the program needs to be overhauled. I don't think you should be able to order custom birthday cakes on my dime.
That ain't happening around here. If you're new here,
seems like she got
on
a nice
November
place.
1st,
She got money for tattoos.
People judging me on what I spent my SNAP benefits on. You can go look at that grocery haul if you want. I'm giving you something else you can judge me on, because I just love stirring the pot. I am so very blessed to still have money left over from the month of October and the month of September. So today, I have no...
So why don't you tell the government that you have, a surplus and give it back? Yeah?
No idea how much sugar I just put in that because I was looking at you guys. We are going to Walmart, ordering and paying for my son's 4th birthday cake. Ow. That ain't funny. Quit laughing. I'm so very blessed to say that I still think that I can get a whole grocery haul even after I purchased this cake. We have only had SNAP benefits for 2.5 months.
So she's definitely getting more than $100. She's got at least her and her kid. She's got to be getting close to 1,000.
We received them our first full month in September, and then I was also back paid for 2 weeks of August.
Oh,
so
back
September
pay.
we got a lot of money from SNAP, and we were so beyond blessed. If you guys know anything about our story, so we have been.
How about you say thank you, taxpayers, instead of rubbing it in our faces? Again, I don't have a problem with people getting a little bit of help. Everybody needs a little bit of help sometimes. It's totally, I know I have some viewers who are, more hardline on this and say we shouldn't have any SNAP. And I understand where they're coming from. I have other viewers who are also hardline the other way, saying SNAP is, absolute. And I think that there is definitely a need for SNAP, especially in families where they're, the single earner, they lose their income. Somebody is physically unable to work. I don't have a problem with them getting it, just as long as, they actually prove it and, they continue to prove it that they're, this physical disability is forever. I mean, I've seen a lot of able-bodied people doing SNAP EBT dances on TikTok. So I'm not exactly sure that everybody who's getting this money, the fact that you're going to go get, I want to see the cake that she got.
For you, like, beyond words. Doing everything we can to help each other out during this time. If you are in the southern-ish area of Indiana and you don't have resources and you need some, please DM me. I don't have a lot, but I do have some resources that I can send your way. I love you guys. I'm just feeling incredibly blessed that I...
This guy on there. Oh, yeah. Let me make sure I have that. Okay. If not, then I'll just go look for a little toy.
And just...
So custom Sonic cake. Pretty nice. I guess tell your kid happy birthday from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't, please subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.